And it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you to our first AgriSciences virtual event. We can't wait to welcome you on the Stellenbosch campus in 2021, and hopefully we will not be hiding behind masks when we do so. For this virtual event, we have quite a lineup of speakers, an informative program that we hope will speak to your needs. Should you, however, during the program or afterwards still have questions, you are most welcome to email them to us or to post them on our Telegram platform. Let us kick off the program with our Dean, Professor Dani Brink.
Goeiemiddag allemaal, good afternoon everybody. Dis vir my 'n voorreg om namens die fakulteit AgriWetenskappe julle te verwelkom by Maties 101 hier in 2020. It's a privilege on behalf of the Faculty of Agri-Science to welcome you here at Maties 101 in 2020. I would like to introduce the faculty to you against the notion of why studying in Agri-Sciences and why at Stellenbosch University. Our faculty is actually ranked the first in academic terms in Africa. We're also amongst the top 50 faculties of Agri-Sciences in the global context. Our faculty is really privileged to have excellent world-class facilities, and we're actually in the process of expanding on that. We have a staff contingent that is highly qualified. In fact, 99% of them possesses PhD degrees in their particular field of expertise. The faculty offer an excellent, one of the best staff-student ratios in the university, and we have an excellent success rate of 83-84% year on year of students graduating from our faculty. Also of importance is why studying agriculture in this day of age. Agriculture is highly dependent on water as a resource. The problem is already utilizing 2/3 of global water consumption shared between urban and industrial use. And we simply has to find solutions for more responsible and more effective use of our water resources. Similarly, we are totally dependent on our soils as a natural resource. Equally, 60% of land use in the world is already occupied by forms of agriculture. And currently, on a daily, weekly basis, we're confronted with expansion in sensitive ecosystems, such as the fires in the Amazon, that is really broadcasted into our homes and places of work on a regular basis. Agriculture, however, is everything about food production. And there we also have very particular challenges in the sense that 10% of the world's population is living in food insecure circumstances. And if you look at the global index, you will see clearly how the developing countries are more challenged, and Africa right at our doorstep, more so than any other place in the world. So we have big challenges to address that. All of us, particularly the older generation, is very familiar with this picture that left a worldwide footprint in 1994 with our first democratic election and our citizens queuing up eagerly to vote. Few of us, however, thought we would see it again in May 2020 with South African citizens queuing this time for food handouts during the COVID pandemic, showing that although we're a net producer and an exporter of food in our food system, even right in our backyards, we still have major challenges to make sure that everyone has fair and equitable access to good and balanced food. Agriculture relies heavily on biosecurity, but similarly, we are impacting heavily on biosecurity. And again, looking from a global perspective, you'll see most of the countries with big agriculture activities has challenges with regard to negative impact on biosecurity. But biosecurity also offers huge potential to find new products and to improve on current genotypes that we are farming with as commercial crops. Agriculture is also a very important supplier of employment. And again, looking at the global picture, you will see many countries, and again, the developing countries more so than others, are primarily reliant on agriculture as a source of employment and livelihoods to its people. Agriculture, however, in the modern era, is a commercial sector and a commercial industry, and its contribution to the economy of the country and the global economy is very important. In that sense, this graph shares with you again the major contribution of agriculture to national GDP on a country basis from a global perspective. And again, you can see how important agriculture is, not only in South Africa, in other developing countries, but across the world. Interestingly enough, South Africa have just released its latest update of economic indicators. And the agriculture sector in South Africa has posted tremendous performance on a year-on-year basis, expanding its GDP contribution by 15%, no less. That is due to effective management, application of technology, but also we were blessed really with good environmental conditions and growing our contribution to the national GDP by no less than 0.5%. At the same time, expanding our employment base by more than 3.3% year on year. This has happened at the same time where the forecast is for the national GDP to effectively shrink by 2% and post-COVID as much as 7%. So in extremely difficult economic and social circumstances, the sector has managed to deliver an excellent and important performance. The question beyond why agriculture is why are you here and what are your role going to be in agriculture? Through the training, education, and career development programs that the faculty offer, you will get an opportunity as an individual to make a substantial contribution to these challenges and capitalizing on all these opportunities in a wide discipline of fields across the agricultural production systems and related value chains. I think in today's world, if you've made a choice to study in agriculture, it is an excellent choice given the current circumstances and our future challenges. If you do so by studying at AgriSciences at Stellenbosch University, I believe you're making an even better choice. You're most welcome, and we're looking forward to joining you next year.
Well, if any of you or your parents still had doubts, I'm sure our Dean has put your minds at ease. You have made a good choice. You have made a good choice by choosing Stellenbosch and an excellent choice by choosing AgriSciences. But you don't have to take our word for it. Let me rather introduce you to some of our students currently working towards their goals and plans within agriculture. I'm sure you would like to hear from them, their experiences of studying agriculture, how they experience Stellenbosch, the campus, their classes, and perhaps even a bit on the student fund side Stellenbosch has to offer.
Hi everyone, I'm Tarin. I'm the chairperson for the ASA, the AgriScience Student Association for 2021. And on behalf of the ASA, we would just like to wish you the best of luck for your final exams. We know that your hard work and determination will pay off, and we look forward and we're so excited to see all of your faces on campus next year. I know I'm most looking forward to showing everyone around campus, to the laboratories, showing you the research that we do in the AgriScience faculty, and we know that you will have the best of times on our campus.
Good afternoon, prospective Marty students. My name is Darren Maria, originally from Pretoria, and I'm here to welcome you to Stellenbosch. I started BSc AgriSciences Chemistry and Soil back in 2015, and I'm now currently busy with my Masters in Organic Chemistry. My advice to you would be that if you were to become a Marty student, that you must seize every day and seize every opportunity. Success will only come if you work hard for it, and Marty's Stellenbosch is a perfect environment for that success. You will be challenged, but I challenge you to also make sure that you are challenged, that you will grow, and that you will obtain your success.
Hi, my name is Muredi Mudawa. I'm currently a student at Stellenbosch University. I'm doing my final year Masters at the Department of Genetics. The reason I study genetics is because I just love sciences. I love how it can tell you anything you want to know about life. I come from a very small town and a science school in Limpopo, and I've been in Stellenbosch since 2013. The advice for future first years is go to every class, be present, do the exercises, and you will definitely make it.
Hello everyone, my name is Musima Mabelebele and I'm from Limpopo in Mokopane. I went to Ebenezer High School and I matriculated in 2017. I started my first year in 2018 here in Stellenbosch University, and now I'm doing my third year in BSc Viticulture and Enology. I don't know how I really chose this course, but what I can say is that I'm enjoying it and it's been very fun. What I like about it is how diverse it is, from working with the grapes and also going to having the wine as in general. And the practical parts I like about them is that in second year you do a lot of tasting, and it's so nice because you do like several areas that produce wine, and it's been good. This is a very good place to find yourself, to enjoy and to see what you're capable of. There are a lot of opportunities that are being available. The lectures are there to help us and also to enjoy and have your fabulous 4 years and plus if you're doing your master's.
How's it? I'm Brendan Smith. I'm currently doing my master's in agriculture economics here at Stellenbosch University. The course of agriculture economics is one that I've really enjoyed over the years, how it's developed and the things that I've learned. And also the variety of subjects that we've been able to take from finance, economics, and then more the agricultural side of it. I believe you have to be passionate about the subjects that you study. I think agri-science and agriculture really allows you to be passionate to do that. In the agri-science faculty, there's a wide variety of things. We go from agriculture economics, obviously, to animal science, food science, soil science. There is something for everyone here, and I think you can enjoy it. In terms of the student life, it's second to none, really. You can do everything at Stellenbosch that you can do at another university, and so much more. Everyone will always talk about going wine tasting, having fun, which is true. But the ability to go for an afternoon run on the mountain or go for surfing with your friends is something really cool. And then that brings you to the whole university experience is like the people that you meet. I met some of the most amazing people here, and also the variety of people, the diversity of people that you meet. People from all around the country and all walks of life. And that's something I've really enjoyed. If I had to give advice to a first year, it would be to have fun and to know when to work hard, and when you have to work hard.
Hi, my name is Monique van Zitters. I'm from Paarl. I'm matriculated at the Cape Academy of Maths and Science, and I'm currently a second-year master's student doing conservation ecology. What drew me to this degree was the fact that I've always felt like I wanted to do something or pursue something that is impactful. And I've always been drawn to biological science, especially nature or in the environment. When you think conservation ecology, you think there's that unidirectional thinking that you will be working with the big and hairies and you'll be starting to become a field ranger. But the course has actually exposed me to so many various topics like plants, insects, fire, the interaction of humans with the environment. And I think that's where you actually find your niche. And that's what I love about the course. So with my experience with being a Māori, I'd say that Stellenbosch is a very good academic environment. There are so many resources on campus, and there are so many different cultures and races. And if you allow yourself, you really get exposed to so many different people with different ways of thinking and different backgrounds. Some of the tips I would just give prospective first years is that do your research. There's so many cool courses in AgriScience. It's a really good faculty, and I'm not being biased. There's so many bursary opportunities. And just lastly, to end off, do not be afraid of hard work. I would just like to wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you at Stellenbosch University.
Hi, my name is Tayesh Ramkisoon, and I'm currently doing my master's in food science. I truly believe that food is the only thing in life that can give me true happiness, which is why I decided to study it. Food science is an ever-stimulating subject as it touches on various facets from food processing, food engineering to food chemistry and food microbiology. In fact, I was very drawn to food microbiology, which led me into doing my master's regarding antibiotic resistance in meat-producing animals. Another reason why I chose food science is for job security, because as far as I can see, food scientists will always be needed. So I would advise you choose a degree that is currently needed and will champion the fourth industrial revolution. Stellenbosch is an amazing establishment, but mostly because it's situated in one country. When I was coming into Stellenbosch, I was extremely nervous because I did not know a single person, but luckily I made a bunch of friends who allowed me to make Stellenbosch my second home. So my advice for first years is to get out your comfort zone, attend social events, and start conversations and find your Stellenbosch family.
How's it, everyone? My name is Gustav Allman. I'm originally from Rustenburg in the Northwest Province, but I grew up in Cape Town mainly, and I matriculated a decade ago from the German International School in Cape Town. And then I worked overseas for 6 years first before I actually figured out what I want to study. I ended up choosing BSc AgriSciences in Viticulture and Enology, just a fancy name for grape growing and winemaking. I always thought it was an art form, but I've learned that it's actually quite a serious scientific discipline. So it's been fascinating seeing it from both sides. And yeah, I mean, obviously Stellenbosch is immersed in the winelands, so you're in the best place possible to study this degree. It's been a lot of fun. We have lecturers from all over the world, France, Spain, Chile, Bulgaria even. So there's a lot of diversity in the department, which is really cool. And yeah, if I could give any advice to first years, it would be to not be intimidated by university. Take it from someone who was out of school for 6 years and then went back to study a science degree. I'd forgotten everything I learned in high school already, so I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. But as long as you put in the hours and find the right balance between socializing, of which there's a lot on Stellenbosch. But yeah, it's a fantastic campus, awesome university, especially if you're an active person like myself. You know, there's the mountains, nature reserves. It's just so cool to be here. And yeah, as long as you just put in the effort, you need to get a KWA jacket. That's prerequisite. And yeah, and maybe a pair of Fellies as well. Cool. Thank you.
And now I'm sure you all just want to finish this crazy 2020 year and start your journey in agriculture at Stellenbosch. For that, you will have to work really hard because university studies will have its own challenges. Meeting the minimum admission requirements with your matric results is one thing. But at university, you will have to adapt to a new environment, a campus different to what you are used to, bigger classes where in your first year you can be sometimes up to 300 students in a class. You will need to adapt to a workload that will most probably double, if not increase threefold, and the pace at which all these things will happen will be challenging to say the least. Having said all of that, we are here to help you in and through your journey. At the university, we have an amazing support structure that offers different services, and we have a coordinator for student and academic affairs in the faculty dedicated specifically to you and helping you should you need assistance. Let's watch this message from Dr. Natasha Brown, your go-to Help Me staff member within AgriSciences.
The Faculty of AgriSciences. We are delighted that you have chosen to study with us in 2021. The start of your first semester at university will be one of your most exciting times. It may also at times be overwhelming. It may take you a while to adjust to your programs, your lecturers, and your new living and learning environments. Trust me, this is normal. Just as you may have challenges, you will also experience great successes when you are open and committed to a journey for a life of learning in both your personal and professional capacities. In order to assist you during this journey, the faculty is committed to give you access with success. Along with Leuven and Mawoyo, we believe that access is not simply providing a place for a student to study, but it also allows students to participate fully and effectively in higher education. To enable you to fully and effectively engage in your academic journey, the faculty will welcome you to campus through a welcoming program which is specifically designed with you in mind. You will be introduced to the campus as a learning system with 1, the focus on the integration of your academic and non-academic learning experiences, and 2, the utilization of all resources to support your learning and development. During the course of your studies, you will also be given ample opportunity to develop an inquiring mind, to become an engaged citizen, to develop as a dynamic professional, and a well-rounded individual. All of these are to prepare you to be the preferred candidate for positions in the agriculture and forestry sectors worldwide. So, how will the faculty support you at best to become the well-rounded preferred candidate for the working sectors? Upon your arrival, you will be assigned to a mentor who will be there to assist you during your academic journey. Besides assisting you to build relationships of mutual trust and learning in your academic and non-academic environments, your mentor will also assist the faculty in monitoring your academic progress and your general well-being, especially during the first semester. He or she will also assist you through informal study groups to prepare you for early assessments. You may ask yourself what early assessments are and how these will benefit you. Early assessments are a series of tests that you will write 6 weeks after the start of your classes. The results from these assessments will be used to identify students who are most likely to need additional support. After extensive interviews and meetings with at-risk students, strategic and intentional interventions will be identified. Through these, we will provide active learning for a transformational learning experience. We may offer you additional tutor assistance absolutely free of charge, or we may be collaborating with institutional support systems and services. For example, your mentor for holistic wellness support, educational psychologist at the unit for academic counseling and development, clinical psychologists and counselors at the unit for psychotherapeutic services and support, the disability unit, the unit for graduate and career services, campus health services, the equality unit, student leadership structures, the Center for Student Communities, the writing laboratory, and the language center. Speaking of the language center, you may wonder what you can expect when it comes to language matters. As a first-year student, you may find yourself in either one of the following faculties. The faculties of Science and Engineering, where all first-year modules are offered in parallel medium with separate lectures in Afrikaans and English. You may therefore choose your language of instruction. The Faculty of Economics and Management Sciences, where first-year modules are offered either in parallel medium, in English as a single medium mode, or in double medium to make provision for both Afrikaans and English students in the same class. For first-year modules offered in the Faculty of AgriSciences, a double medium approach will be followed. The language mode for each of your modules will be explained in the module frameworks as well as on the faculty's web pages. As mentioned previously, there may be times that you feel overwhelmed or need academic guidance and assistance. Please remember that it is not a one challenge suits all. The faculty is student-centered and recognizes you as a unique individual who may experience unique challenges. For some, it may be challenging modules. For others, it may be something as simple as time management. How you choose to deal with your challenges will determine your level of success. I encourage you to come to campus with an attitude of openness, a willingness to learn, and the courage to ask for help wherever needed. Who should you ask? Ask me. the Coordinator for Academic and Student Affairs at the Faculty of AgriSciences. I will very gladly assist wherever possible.
But once again, you don't have to take our word for it. Let's hear what our students have to say about these services.
Greeting to all prospective students. Matis, I'm Tebogo Mphahlele from Limpopo, and currently doing my final year in AgriSciences, majoring in agronomy and entomology. And Stellenbosch so far has been exciting, but truth be told, is tough, challenges, a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes you may be in a lot of crying, being pained, feeling like nothing's going on, but be glad there is a counseling facility for academics that can help you discover yourself, find solutions for your problems, and find confidence in yourself. And further, in my experience, I took a short course with the FITS Institute that gave leadership development skills, which I acquired, and so far in my experiences in my leadership occupancies, and it has helped me a lot, and to a point where I received the nomination for Rector's Award for Leadership Excellent Achievements in Leadership category. And that's quite exciting opportunities that are on campus. This is my advice to you. Make use of opportunities. Don't cry alone in a small room and think that no one cares. A lot of people cares. You just need to find the right people to help you, and therefore you get help that you need. Don't shy away and find help.
Hello everyone, my name is Tabo Mgala. I'm a second year master's student from the Department of Conservation, Ecology and Entomology. I'm originally from Zambia and I'm studying entomology. So basically I study insects, which are very tiny and interesting things that you can ever see. And I'm currently doing a thesis-based master's right now. I'm hoping to finish by December. And through this process, I got an opportunity to work with the writing lab. This is because coming from a school where English wasn't the main language of instruction, I was struggling a lot with my English and also with my writing, because a thesis-based master's requires one to do a lot of writing of the thesis, obviously, as well as publications. So the university has a unit called the Language Center, and through that they have a writing lab sector that helps students with one-on-one consultations on different things. They help with assignments, they help you with your thesis, and in my case, they helped me with my thesis. They helped me with structuring of my thesis, also like just basically skill development, especially in the writing sector, because writing isn't my forte. And through them, I improved a lot with my writing, because right now I'm almost finishing, which means I've done something really good and I'm like happy about it.
Some of the challenges I'd say with being a student at Stellenbosch is that transition from, anyone would experience that transition from high school to university. And that's even more challenging when you're like a first generation student, or the first person from your family coming to a university. But one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that you should always be curious, ask questions, ask, and there'll always be someone to help you. There are so many, like I said, there are so many resources, and whether it will be a fellow student, a house committee member, or staff or lecturer, there's always someone that's willing to help.
I have had immensely positive experiences with both the career services and the Center for Student Communities at Stellenbosch University. I know that working in collaboration with the career services has helped me and my PSO to host a workshop for newcomers at the start of 2020, specifically to teach them a bit more about CV skills and how they should set up a CV, how like a good CV works, what the employers look for, and all that. And the Center for Student Communities has really helped to introduce me to the student leadership structures within my own PSO. And I know they do a lot of good work in residence and PSOs. They've allowed me to be a mentor, a House Committee member, and currently a Vice Primaria for my PSO for 2021. And it's thanks to these communities and services that the university offered that I really feel that I've become stronger. I've become a lot more confident in myself and my abilities. And I know that my advice to you would be to take part in these services, to take the opportunities that are presented to you and make the best of them.
Hello, my name is Khomotso Marake, and I'm in my third year of studying a BSc in conservation ecology. I decided to study conservation ecology because I've always been in love with nature, but I didn't think I could make a career out of it. And someone told me to go do some research, and that's when I found that I could do this course at Stellenbosch University. I decided to come to Stellenbosch University because this university is very beautiful, and one thing that they can rave about is its student support. I, being a mentor, have seen the impact that it has on students, and it's really amazing. Some of the challenges that I have experienced was getting used to the new environment because I'm originally from Johannesburg, and coming this side was a whole change. But one thing that was comforting is having people around me to tell me that it does take time and to not worry, and I will get the hang of things. And advice that I would give to the first years is to really give your all. One thing that I talk to my mentees about when they arrive here is why they are here. And once we've discussed that, we can now aim towards the goal that we want and aim towards why we are here. And this will always encourage you as well when you're feeling down to remember why you're here, what it is you're doing here, and to always just shoot for it. So yeah, have a great year.
By now you should know that student success is very important to us. So where to from here? You've applied, you've been provisionally accepted, but you still have questions. What will my first year subjects be? When will I hear about final admission? What do I do if I want to change my program? And for all these questions, we turn to our faculty administrator and assistant registrar, Mrs. Hafsa Hamid. Welcome, Hafsa.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you for the opportunity as well.
So let me start by asking, what is provisional acceptance? Is all students provisionally accepted, or have some of them already heard about final admission?
Well, when a student applies to a university, especially at Stellenbosch University, all students are provisionally accepted because they are currently in grade 12 and we give them provisional admission on their grade 11 results. Students who are already matriculated and are currently improving their marks are also provisionally accepted until their marks get finalized. Obviously, students who already matriculated and are taking a gap year will have final admission.
So do students have to send in their matric results to the university once they receive it?
No, that will not be necessary for our national senior certificate students. The Department of Education will send the results to the university. The university will then link it to the application, and then we will be able to access it as well. But that takes a couple of days before it's linked to the applicant. If you are one of the students who are improving a subject, matric subject, then obviously you need to send me those results, and my email address is ghhamid@sun.ac.za.
Now, Hafsa, I know that students are not always 100% sure if they've applied for is the right program. So before I ask my next question, let's first watch this short video on what the faculty has to offer. So perhaps a student just now saw something he or she did not know that we offer. Can a student change his or her program choices? And if yes, until when? And how's the process? What do they do?
Okay. Fortunately, within AgriSciences, students can still change their program even when they get their final results. All they have to do is send me an email with the program that they want to change to. And then obviously, under normal circumstances, it would be by the end of January. In this case, due to our COVID-19 situation, it will be by the end of February.
And what about students from other faculties that might be watching? Will the faculty consider students at this late stage if they want to change over to AgriSciences?
Most definitely. We always have place. It's just within our BSc Food Science program. There's quite a competition, and we do accept our best students first. So they just need to send me again an email to tell me which program they want to change to.
Okay. Now, the university also offer extended degree programs. And for those who don't know what an extended degree program, an EDP is, in Afrikaans praat ons van 'n verlengde graadprogram of 'n VGP. That is really, it's offered to assist students with proven potential, but without adequate schooling in mastering their mainstream program or their degree program. So in most EDPs within the faculty, an additional year of study is added to the mainstream program. During this year, the student receives additional academic support in preparation for the specific mainstream program. Within 2 programs within agricultural economics, the first year workload is also spread over 2 academic years, and once again, additional work is added to the program. So bottom line, if you are accepted into an EDP program, a 3-year program becomes 4 years, and a 4-year program becomes a 5-year program. So my question to you, Hafsa, is since students are placed in an EDP based on marks, can a student who has been provisionally accepted into an EDP program change to mainstream if they improve their matric results?
Yes. Once they qualify on our program requirements, all they need to do is send me an email to ask for a change to mainstream. The reason why I don't do it automatically, it's because some students tend to go towards an EDP due to various other reasons as well.
Okay, so it does not happen automatically, but a student actually just needs to notify you via email if that is the case. Thinking about international students, because we've got quite a number of them, do they have to do anything different than students that write the National Senior Certificate or the IB examination?
Yes, we refer to that as foreign qualifications. So our international office is quite involved with these students. International office will communicate with our students to tell them that there will be a pre-registration, and that will normally take place before our official registration, and they need to provide the final results to international office, study permit, medical aid, and proof of payment.
Okay, thank you. Now that was indeed, one last question. How does registration work?
Okay, we have most of our students that's been provisionally accepted will receive an orientation package. Communication will go out to them. If not, all the information is available on our website, the university website. We normally have an e-registration process. Our EDP students cannot e-register, and our foreign students cannot e-register, and that is basically an online registration process. And then we have a face-to-face registration process as well, which we refer to as a NARGA registration process. In most cases, students that actually want to change programs or focus area within a program will actually pitch up for the NARGA registration.
So it seems to me that students just don't have to worry about anything. They will get sorted.
Most definitely.
Okay, that's fantastic and good to hear. Thank you very much for your time, Hafsa. Please remember, students, if you still have questions, please just send us via email the questions or use the Telegram platform. And for those who have not subscribed to any of our social media channels, please do so. And now we are at the end of this virtual event. Hope you enjoyed the program. Remember, AgriScience is exciting. It's science in practice. It's sought after. It's needed. It will lead to many career fields and opportunities in South Africa and abroad. From me and the AgriSciences team, I wish you well for the final stretch of your grade 12 year. Make the most of it. Make it special. Work hard. Get the grades. Ask for help and stay safe. See you in 2021. Goodbye.